Good day, everyone. Today we will be discussing about the symbiotic relationship. We're going to talk about the symbiosis. The term symbiosis refers to a close and long-term interaction between two different species. This interaction can be beneficial, harmful, or neutral for each species. This involves species that is involved, leading to a various type of symbiotic relationship, which is a long-term interaction between two different species. It's either it is harmful or it can be positive, negative, or neutral interaction depending on how they affect the organisms that is involved. So we have the types of symbiotic relationship, and it has 5 types of symbiotic relationship. So let's go through the different types of symbiotic relationship with some example. We have the mutualism, commensalism, amensalism, parasitism, and competition. First is the mutualism. Mutualism is a relationship where both species benefit from the interaction. In mutualism naman, it is a win-win relationship. This is happen when both species benefit from their interaction. Try to think about bees and flowers. So bees collect nectar from the flowers for food. While doing that, they help the flower to pollinate, allowing the plants to produce their food. So both the bee and the flowers benefit or gain something valuable from each other. Another types of symbiotic relationship is we have the commensalism. Commensalism is a relationship where one species while the other is neither harm nor help. So dito naman, tinatawag natin itong one is benefits, one is unaffected. In this case, one species gains something while the other is neither help nor harm. Kumbaga, yung isa is nakakakuha ng benefit while the other one is hindi. At hindi din siya nakaharm. So, example is the barnacles are on a whale. The barnacles attach themselves to the whale, which provide them with a stable home and easy access for food. While on the other hand, the whale ay hindi siya naka-harm at wala din siyang benefits na nakukuha sa barnacles. Did you guys understand? Another thing is, it's like hitching a free ride without disturbing the driver. Let's proceed to the parasitism. In parasitism naman, it is a relationship where one species benefit at the expense of the other. So this one is what we call the one benefits and one is harm. For instance, one species benefit while the others suffer. For instance, is the tapeworm in animals. The tapeworm lives inside the intestine of an animal and absorb nutrients from the host. So therefore, the host animals loses nutrients and may become sick. So this is similar to thief stealing food from someone who needs it to survive. Another example is the what do you call in garapata sa ating mga alagang aso. Nasasaktan yung mga aso na nakukuha ng garapata ang ang nutrients ng mga aso natin. Next is we have amensalism. It's a relationship where one organism is harmed while the others remains unaffected. This usually happens when one organism releases substance that inhibit the growth of survival of another. So, dito naman sa amensalism, one is harmed and the other is unaffected. Kumbaga na both species, yung isang species is na nahaharm while the other hindi naman siya nasasaktan, walang effect sa kanya. In this type of interaction, when one species is harmed but the other doesn't benefit or suffer. For instance, a large tree blocking sunlight from smaller plants kasi nakukuha ng plants yung nakukuha lahat ng tall, for example, tall trees nga, di ba? Tall trees, nakukuha niya yung mga sunlight instead nang hindi naman niya sinasadya yung na mahaharm yung Kumbaga, the big tree grows and take most of the sunlight. The smaller plants underneath struggle to grow because they don't get enough light. Even though the tree isn't harming the smaller plants on purpose, it still affects the smaller plants. The smaller plants negatively. Yun. And another type of symbiotic relationship is we have the competition. This occurs when two or more species compete for the same limited resources, such as food, water, or shelter. This relationship can negatively impact all involved species or organisms as they struggle to survive. Ito yung competition has two types naman. We have may dalawang uri tayo ng competition. The intraspecific and interspecific competition. The struggles for survival competition happens when organisms fight for the same limited resources like food, water, or space. This can happen within a species or between different species. Kaya sabi ko kanina, may dalawa tayong type ng competition, which is the intraspecific competition. This one occurs between individuals or the same species. Nangyayari ito kapag kulang sila ng food source. They compete for the resources. Intraspecific is or the same species competing. Yun. Example ani is the two oak trees growing close together. So both trees need sunlight, waters, and nutrients. But there is only so much to go around. So as a result, they compete and one tree may grow stronger while the other struggles. Yun yung intraspecific. Kumbaga, same species lang yung nagko-compete sa isang source of food nila. Another type of competition is we have the intraspecific competition. This occurs between individuals of the same species competing for resources. Intraspecific competition or the different species competing. Dito naman nangyayari yung for instance, the lion and the hyenas competing for prey. Competing for prey. Kumbaga, iba't iba ang different species but same food source ang kanilang kinakain. As like what I've said, both lion and hyenas eat the same types of animals in the wild. If food is scarce, they may fight over prey, reducing food availability for food. And my question is, why is competition important? So, bakit nga ba mahalaga yung competition sa ecosystem because it drives natural selection, meaning only the strongest and most adaptable organisms will survive. Um, it shaped it shapes ecosystems by determining which species thrive in a particular environment. Um, yeah, kaya yun nangyayari. And so therefore, symbiosis and competition are everywhere in nature. Some species help each other while others struggles for survival. By understanding this relationship, it helps us how to see that it helps us see how life on Earth is interconnected, and why we need to balance an ecosystem is so important. And that's it. Thank you and good day again.